What's going on, guys? My name is PokePope. Today I'm bringing you my debut video. I lost my words again. This is going great. I love this video already. We're just going to keep it going. Shinogi, I'm sorry. Anyways, I am bringing you my collected company list that I've been playing for a while. I've been letting some people see it play in the Discord, and I think it's really ready to bring it out into the world. Collected Company is one of my favorite pet cards. I've played it in every green deck since it came out. It rocks standard, it's rocked modern, it's been in legacy, people have it in EDH, the card is nuts. So today I wanted to prove a point by saying, wow, I can throw any value 3 CMC package in with Collected Company and we can win games. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. I do apologize beforehand though. I had videos up for last week, but unfortunately I'm an idiot and don't know how to work recording software, so all of my videos got either eaten, muted, or just generally destroyed. But today we're super fired up and we're bringing this list out into the F&M Play at Home historic event. Now a quick rundown of the deck before we get started. It's very simple and very streamlined. We have Collected Company as our reset button. Look at the top 6 cards of your library, put 2 creatures with CMC 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield, the rest on the bottom of your library in any order, so you can already guess what the deck's going to be about. We've got our value package right here in the Exploring with Jade Light Ranger, Merfolk Branchwalker, and Seeker Squire. Wild Growth Walker is going to get big as fast as possible. We've got Huatli's Raptor and Conclave Mentor to make sure our dudes get big and stay big, and the Ozolith is here to slurp up all those extra counters so that we don't lose any power in the late game. We had a small tech package in here where I had 8 to 12 slots that I didn't really know what to play. I looked through historic bundles and there wasn't a lot that I wanted to do. Sometimes I put Thalia in here, but it didn't feel really good in the format right now. So I went with a small tech package of 3 in 1. We've got 3 Brain Maggots, which really helped me curve out against the control matchup. And then Knight of Autumn is going to be my one catch-all creature that I can dig for with Collected Company. Drana Liberator Malakir fits the counter synergy, and she's also a flyer, which if you look at the deck, it lacks, and when I was playing earlier games, I was getting bodied by flyers. I didn't want that to happen anymore. So, we threw Drana in here, and 2 Oathsworn Knights, purely because they get counters on them, and it seems like proliferating them with Huatli's Raptor so that this bad boy just never takes damage sounds really good. The last 2 cards we've got in the slot is going to be Great Hinge and Command the Dreadhorde. Great Hinge can come out early thanks to Wild Growth Walker getting multiple counters off Merfolk Branchwalker, Jade Light Ranger, and Seeker Squire. Huatli's Raptor and Conclave Mentor make sure to pump them up very fast. This commonly comes out on turn 4, either before a Collected Company or after a Collected Company. And Command the Dreadhorde is our almighty win the game button. We have the Wild Growth Walker, Merfolk Branchwalker Explorer package in here, so it doesn't seem right that we wouldn't be running. The mana base for this is very streamlined. You want to favor green and you want to make sure you keep it. All your early drops are green. Huatli's Raptor and Conclave Mentor need to hit the board when they're ready. And obviously not having a green on turn 4 for Collected Company feels really, really bad. So without further ado, we're going to roll over to the home page. So without further ado, we're going to run this over to the F&M at Home historic event. If you're not doing your F&M historic games, please make sure you're getting on. Take the screenshot of your winnings to your local card shop, get your free promo arena pack, and also buy some stuff while we're in. Alright, let's check the opening hand. We have 2 Merfolk Branchwalkers, Collected Company, Conclave Mentor, Seeker Squire, and 2 lands I don't want to see in my opening hand. So we're going to ditch this. This is a much better hand. He's playing Yorion as his partner, so Brain Maggots is definitely going to be our turn 2 play, as much as I don't like it. We have Conclave Mentor and Wild Growth Walker, so these are very safe keeps, also with Knight of Autumn. So we're going to do this. Unfortunately, we need the 3 mana. Wild Growth Walker and Conclave Mentor are big engines in the deck. Knight of Autumn is a value draw. So unfortunately, Knight of Autumn, we're going to see you probably not this game at all. We have the play, which is phenomenal. We're going to drop a Temple Garden. Hopefully he thinks we're playing Bant, and he goes on with his life. Nobody is suspecting we're playing Abzan Collected Company on. Okay, good. We're rocking now, so we're going to lead off with the Brain Maggot, see what we're going up against. We're going to try to take some AoE spells. We're going to go Wild Growth Walker into turn 4 Conclave Mentor. Seeker Squire seems really good. We have Omen of the Sun, a Daxos, a Charming Prince, and an Elspeth Conquers Death. CMC's 3 or greater. Ha! We only have 2 of those. We had a Charming Prince, Scry 2, gain 3 life, exiles a creature, a Daxos, and an Omen of the Sun. The Daxos is going to be the issue, so we're going to take that out right now. This is going to leave our opponent left with probably playing nothing this turn. He's probably going to try to flash in Omen of the Sun on the turn 3, which is good for us. We right now will outscale this deck tremendously. Okay, he's going to run out the Charming Prince. Takes the Scry, so that makes us feel like he didn't draw anything very good. He didn't. He drew a Swamp. So this is like a Esper Permanence Daxos Gain Life Blinky Yorion kind of deck. I like it. This is pretty cool. We're gonna head drop to Temple Garden. We got to take 2 damage next turn anyways. Why did I do this? Why am I like this? Okay, well look, we've already got a big blunder. No, we're not. We're good. We need to play Wild Growth Walker anyways. We can play them in any order. We're good. I really thought I had made a mistake already. First video is going great, guys. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. I don't know how cheeky we're supposed to get with this, but I'm feeling pretty positive we can just get in for some beats on this next turn. Opponent plays land. There's Seeker Squire. So we got to take some damage here. Ouch. Drop the Conclave. Holding on Omen of the Sun. I'm not scared. Cool, there we go. Drop the Seeker Squire. There we go. Get it rolling. That's a Wild Growth Walker. We're going to leave that on top. That's a 3/5. So now we can crash in. Even if he plays Omen of the Sun and gets the 2/1/1s, we're not too scared of it. He might have like a Seal Away, which I think I go ahead and make him blow on this. Okay, there's the Omen. Runs out of Chump Blocker. Feels good. So unfortunately, despite the fact that we only have 1 card left in hand and our opponent still has another Daxos. We haven't seen a Heliod. That's the really scary one. Okay, it's Omen of the Sea. So our opponent has nothing else left in his hand to be too scary. We're going to run out the Wild Growth Walker and the Seeker Squire, and we're just going to play with our hand on the table the entire game. This Wild Growth Walker isn't going to get outscaled. It's going to be a 5/7 next turn. This one's going to come in and hopefully be a 3/5. There we go. And that's how we do it. As a Conclave Mentor, I don't want to draw another one of those. Our Wild Growth Walker is going to get big. His Wild Growth Walker is not going to be big. We're going to go here. And we're going to go ahead and boop with the Seeker Squire because it's done its job. Opponent thinks. That's a safe block. That's a safe block. So now we're in the part of the game where we just got to keep trimming down our opponent's field by bashing ours into theirs as fast as possible. Looks like a good time to maybe pick up that Yorion. Yep, that's going to be the play. So we're going to get a full board Blink next turn. That's going to be fine. This Collected Company is going to be huge. We're going to save it for a board wipe. We're going to beat in with these guys. Get some damage off. Now, as tempting as it really is to fire off Collected Company right now, we need to wait because we're playing against the white deck and we can't lose field advantage. We also don't have an Ozolith out right now to slurp up all these counters, so we can't rebuild in the event that he does play a board wipe. So Yorion's going to blink the board. Yep. He's going to get some life. He's going to exile the Omen. Omen. Egg, draw a card, get some life. Play some more dudes. Scry some. Leaves the Daxos on the board. Passing to attackers. Alright, he was smart. He was a smart guy. So unfortunately now this is a 4-5. This leaves this 5-7 to pretty much be doing all the work here. I need a Coco and hit some Explorer creatures. That way we can pump the board up, get this Conclave Mentor value up, and then we need to start swinging it. So now, unfortunately, he does have this loop next instep. So he does have this loop with Yorion and Charming Prince going on. I need to figure out how to deal with that, because he's just going to keep blinking his board. He's going to keep gaining life, and he's going to keep getting chump blockers, and that's not going to be good for me. We're going to Collected Company before I pass the turn like an idiot. There we go. These are 2 excellent hits for us. We want to let the double go first. Yes. That's a Huatli's Raptor. That stays on the library. That stays on the library. Fire off all these Wild Growth Walker triggers. That's definitely staying there. We want to draw that. We want board to get big. We're going to slam this down. Everything is super scary now. We're turning this board sideways. Submit all these bad boys. Get it, get it, get in there. Go. Do it. Do your job. Opponent's taking 10 damage here at the most and losing his entire board, so this feels really, really good for us. Wow. I wasn't expecting it to be that good on its debut, but yeah, we're rocking and rolling, guys. Opponent goes to 2, feels very good. Now this is how you Abzan, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't played an Abzan deck before, this is how you do it. What's Gruul? What's Mono Red? Who cares? Gets the Yorion back, exiles, they come back at his instep. So this is a very Death and Taxes loop that I enjoy playing myself, where you just kind of constantly blink your board. He left the Charming Prince up though, so he doesn't get the reset for the board, because he knows he has to have it back, and when it comes in, probably could have blinked it to gain the 3 life. Glass Caxi on the 13-15, I'm assuming. Nope, on the 11-13. So he's probably just going to chump that one. I don't think it really mattered which one he did. All of my stuff is CMC2 or lower. He could have ECD'd on the J-Light Ranger, but that also feels really bad in his position. And now we play the waiting game. Alright, gets him back. He's going to have 2 more chump blockers here. This is very good. So now he's probably got a Seal Away in his hand now. That's going to be bad news for us. So we're going to go ahead and jam the Seeker Squire. We go ahead and attack with the Huatli's Raptor. It's done its job. It doesn't get counters. That's a Branch Walker. We'll leave it on the library because that's good value. So now if this is a Seal Away, I don't want to lose Wild Growth Walker here, but I have enough in damage right now to just kill him if I attack with everything. So we're going to go here, here, here. So if he blocks my 4 biggest guys, that's 2, 4. So unfortunately, I do have to swing with the Wild Growth Walker, but I believe I also swing with Brain Maggot too, because he has to block my 4 biggest things. Brain Maggot gets the poke in. I'm okay with that. I don't really think there's another 3-mana way that clarifies everything here. So he blocks the 15, the 8, the 6, and the 5. That's still 5 and lethal. He maybe goes to 1, which is still very scary. But this isn't a deck that really holds back, so we're just going to have to punch the button. He also lets it go. Okay. That's a good game, opponent. I appreciate the good content here. 48 life total is very nice. We're going to go on to game 2. Look at that. You liked? Alright, again, we have a Sun Petal Grove and a Plains. We have no black mana, but we do have the Merfolk Branch Walker and a Wild Growth Walker. It feels like a very safe keep here. We are playing first. It might be good to get down and get aggressive. You don't see a companion up, so not keeping black and a handful of black mana creatures feels really bad. But we have the Merfolk Branch Walker Explorer, so unfortunately, if we Wild Growth Walker into an Explorer and don't see a black mana, we're going to have to bitch it. And just see how it goes. We play the planes because we're smart, and if we get a wow, isolated chapel. Not, but it is a Conclave Mentor. That is also a good one. This is the probably a life gain deck, or it might just be vampires. Who knows? So this lead is a little bit tricky. That's a 2-1. Whatever we play out is probably going to bite the dust if he's got any removal package. So I think the thing that we want to die here is probably going to be the Conclave Mentor. It's going to be a very slow setup though. So unfortunately, if we don't hit a 3rd mana, we're going to have to play the Wild Growth Walker and get this package going. We can't really take our foot off the gas in this deck because it is a very get in your face and be aggressive kind of style, despite it not being red. So we're going to have to hope our opponent doesn't have any better plays than us for the first 2 or 3 turns. Alright, that's not the worst thing to happen here. We can get something bigger than a Donto Vanguard and it's going to be fine. Our 2-1 blocks are 1-3 blocks are 2-1 very well. Also after this, hopefully it should be blocking this 1-1 very well now. So now that we've hit this package and haven't drawn another land, I do believe we unfortunately have to play this Merfolk Branchwalker first before the Conclave Mentor. But this is a race about scaling our opponents, not trying to beat them. So maybe I do the Conclave Mentor first, and then we can lead off with Merfolk Branchwalker. Both options feel really, really bad right now. So this is going to be a 3-1 when it swings. So we can buff the Wild Growth Walker and prevent the Adonto Vanguard from going off. Or we just play a Conclave Mentor, take the hit, and I like that option. Unfortunately, it's going to hesitate every time it asks for Adonto Vanguard to be indestructible. Some of the triggers in Arena don't make sense, but we got to live with it. Alright, so this thing's going to be a problem now. Not having a black mana with the Brain Magnet to explore his hand was really bad. That's a Legion's Landing. So unfortunately, he's as messed up on mana as we are. We don't take the block, we take the 3. He gets to save 4 life and not kill my Wild Growth Walker. And there it is. So we're going to go ahead and lead off with the... This is a 1-3, so Seeker Squire unfortunately is the better play here. As much as I would like to just run out the Branchwalker to probably trade with something, the Seeker Squire becoming a 2-3 blocks his field better. It's also just a 1-2 as opposed to the Merfolk Branchwalker being a 2-1 and trading instead of blocking itself. So we're going to run out the Isolated Chapel. We're going to drop a Seeker Squire. And my opponent is letting it go because he has no mana. That's a Command the Dreadhorde. That's very unfortunate because I want that card in this matchup, but we gotta let it go. And now my things are going to be much bigger than his. He's going to have to pay life to save that Adonto Vanguard. Next turn we need to draw a land. We need to play Brain Magnet and figure out what he's got going on in his hand. He's short on land himself. I don't need to let anything like an Ajani or a Heliod hit the board. That's going to be very bad for us. I don't think we can really combat a Heliod. Then we've got the Drana that's probably going to just take over. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to poke with the Vampire, poke with the Adonto. He wants that Legion's Landing to flip, but he knows he's going to lose his board if he does. So I highly think he's not going to push that button this far. He doesn't want to lose this possible flyer. If he does, it's very good for me. The Leonid Vanguard is the only thing gaining him life right now. So he's going to push them all. We're going to do the safe blocks here. That's going to flip. So we're going to do the safe blocks here. Conclave Mentor is going to go on the 1-1. This 3-4 is going to go on this 3-1. And my 3-5 is going to go on this 2-2. Pays a life to make it indestructible. That's okay with me. Has no pump spells. It's going to lose 2 creatures and 4 life, which is huge for us. Unfortunately, no matter what, next turn... Okay, that's a big guy. We're going to have to run out the Brain Magnet now. or we just play a Merfolk Branchwalker, dig for the 4th land. Now that we have Collected Company, it's probably what's going to have to happen. However, like I said, I think this is just a white weenies go wide deck. I still think it has Heliod in it. Unfortunately, this is going to be a 5-2 win attack, 4-2 win attacks. I can still block it with Wild Growth Walker. The 3-2, unfortunately, can bump with the 3-4. We probably take 3 from this guy. I need to figure out what's going on in my opponent's hand, so we got to play the Brain Maggot. Oh my gosh, don't you like it when we're right? So there's 2 Seal Aways, another Legion's Landing, and a Settle the Wreckage. So Seal Away is going to be able to pick off my creatures one by one. However, Settle the Wreckage is going to wipe my entire board when I go wide here in a few turns. So we got to get rid of that. Seal Away only targets a tapped creature, so we never swing with Brain Maggot, and he never gets Settle the Wreckage back. So if I try to bop in for 5, he probably double blocks here. So we're just going to let this no attacks go. We're going to pass the turn. Hopefully we get our 4th mana off the top and we can collect the company into something good, and then we're going to be off to the races. There was the 4th land. That's very good. Having 2 copies of Seal Away in his hand is very scary. However, he can't fire them both off at the same time right this turn. He's going to look for a way to get aggressive. Adanto, the first fort, and this Benalish Marshal are going to get caught up with me very fast. So we did get our 4th land, so we're probably running out the Wild Growth Walker and Merfolk Branchwalker this turn. Seems like the safest play to do while we have our Conclave Mentor up. Next turn we're going to lead into a Collected Company to rebuild the board if we have to block and make trades. I don't think he has a lot of good options here other than trying to overrun me with Adanto. Now that I have both Wild Growth Walkers out, those are going to be prime targets for that Seal Away and that Seal Away. Once he fires those off, we'll be able to rebuild the board with Collected Company and go on. He can't attack me. I shouldn't be attacking him, so we're just going to pass the turn. Once he lets me. No attacks. You have 2 Seal Aways. Stumbling on a black mana also feels really bad with Drana in our hand. You gained 5 or more life. The Sky March now has flying as well. So now this next turn, that's a 4-4, so we didn't get an Explorer creature. We probably go ahead and poke with the Wild Growth Walkers, see where blocks line up, and then we maybe try to Collected Company into something good. That feels super risky. Or we just go ahead and pump them higher with the Merfolk Branchwalker and we delay the Collected Company a turn. I think we fire off the Collected Company at the end of his turn. So we take, what, 7 here? That's fine. 2 Wild Growth Walkers gain us a ton of life. We probably poke in with nothing. No attacks. We're going to sit pretty. We're going to fire off this Collected Company. And we're going to feel really good about ourselves. We haven't let him have a turn to start making with the Adantos. The 4-4 and the 3-2. So maybe we can Collected Company into our second copy of Drana, which would be super good here. None of these are Dranas, but we have 2 J-Light Rangers. So now, unfortunately, there's a big decision to do here. Do I take the 2 J-Light Rangers, or do I take a Conclave Mentor and a J-Light Ranger, which is going to make Merfolk Branchwalker and Drana soup up much faster? I think I'm going to take the J-Light Ranger and the Conclave Mentor to really jack up the counters on my things. Unfortunately, that's a land. That's an Oathsworn Knight. This thing can bash into things and block without. Also a double black. I don't have double black, so we got to graveyard that. We do have the Godless Shrine up, but we're definitely playing Drana next turn. This is going to force him to leave some mana up to be able to seal away one of these bad boys. We have no more responses. That's fine. We're going to drop this Godless Shrine and play Drana next turn. That's a Temple Garden. It's not what I wanted. We're going to explore first. That's a Huatley's Raptor. It can stay on top of my library. We're going to give him more options to think about. Unfortunately, I have no way to put counters on Drana, with the exception of the Ozolith, maybe. So we can go with the 5/4. He probably blocks with the Danto and makes it indestructible. If he blocks with one of these guys, that's fine. So we're going to push the Jadelight Ranger. We're going to push the Seeker Squire. Maybe get some trades off here. Maybe he just takes some damage. He's probably going to make a Vampire here. So if I force his hand and I swing both the Wild Growth Walkers, he probably double seals away both of them. And then 6, 5, get in for 8 damage. What's the worst that can happen? There's the play. It's going to make the 2/2. This is gains 5 or more life, so we're fine there. This is getting to be a very, very sticky board state, and I don't know how either one of us is really going to break out of this. Fortunately, my guys just get bigger than his, so he's still going to take 4 damage here. I'm okay with that. Yes, we did it. We did our job, guys. Yeah, that's like a good turn. As long as he's having to block with the Danto Vanguard and keep it around, he's never going to get ahead in this race. This becomes a 4/5, and this is a 6/5 next turn. Makes them both much harder to kill. He's not going to do anything on his turn. I can only swing with a few dudes now until I find another Brain Maggot. Maybe take one of those Sealaways out of his deck. Probably get them for 4 here, right? Does not. We're going to take the Huatley Raptor play here. Still just not going to swing with Wild Growth Walkers. Those are very good Settle the Wreckage targets, and the Sealaways are going to eat them alive. Submit all of those. We're hitting combat. We're just going to use both of these guys to just keep trimming down on his creatures as much as possible. So I could get in with like the 15 and make him seal away it and not leave him enough mana for a 2/2 again, which would probably make him have to make a 2/2 on his turn. So I think if I'm swinging guys and putting pressure for lethal, unless he just blocks and pays the 4 life to make it indestructible, that would be fine as well. But I also want to swing with Drana later, so we're just going to do this. We're going to be patient and try to wait for a Brain Maggot. Okay, there's one Seal Away gone. Okay, there's both the seal-aways gone. That's good. So does this mean maybe he's got to settle the wreckage in his hand? I'm not sure. Oh, that Commander Dread Horde being there so early really hurt my feelings. So what's good here is if we hit like Knight of Autumn, we can bust one of those seal-aways. But unfortunately, knowing that my deck knows that I'm on video today, it's not going to give me what I want, and we're just going to abandon Magical Christmas Town for as long as we can. So he's making the vampire on his turn, which is strange. Okay, so there's another Wild Growth Walker. He has no mana up. We're going to go straight into combat, and we're just pushing the two fatties. Both of these guys, go get them. Okay, so you're going to get a 4/4, that's fine. I'm just going to play another Wild Growth Walker, and I'll pass the turn. So unfortunately, the Resplendent Angel is going to be able to race me. These have Vigilance, which isn't really good. They're also 5/5s. That's a 4/4. Not seeing the second or third copy of Brain Maggot is really hurting me right now. Unfortunately, it's too late. I don't know what he has in his hand. That's good with me. That's good with me. Is he doing it? Is he not going to read what Drana does? He's not going to read what Drana does. Okay, I'm totally okay with this, guys. This is a huge swing for us. And he's got the 4/2 coming in. So that's 5, 9, 12, 16 of damage we're going to take. So that's over half the life total. So if we crack back and don't kill him, that's really bad for us. He's going to chump the 15 and the 17, obviously. He's got 4 dudes up, but my board will wipe his board, so I still think we're okay with this. Yeah, we'll just say no blocks. He can only gain 2 life next turn, so that's totally okay. I think math is for blockers at this point. He's got the 5/5, has Vigilance. Oh my gosh. Wait, why did I put Drana in front of the 3/2? That was such a mistake. Why am I like this? That was bad. That was very, very bad. I'm so sorry, guys. I swear I'm a better player than this. Only being able to gain 2 life here is good. He's not going to get another 5/5. And we're just going to keep killing 2 creatures a turn until he eventually kills me, which feels really bad. Oh, I need a Collected Company. There's 3 more in my deck. I didn't whiff on one on the last thing. That's definitely not what I wanted to see. This is very bad. So now he's just going to keep getting 5/5s with Vigilance. I don't think I got a way out of this. Definitely don't think I have a way out of this anymore. So we're probably going to end up scooping this one up in the next turn or two. Yeah, I can't stop 5 life. Okay, so he's doing it again. I should have saved myself 3 damage last turn, but I didn't. I don't know what we do here, guys. I can't take care of 2 flyers. This is the deck's, like, critical breaking point. That's a J-Light Ranger. That's not what I wanted to see here. Oh my gosh. My second copy of Drana. Hey, I lied, guys. Apparently we can just gain a ton of life. Who needs to die when we can explore? Probably 100% should have been to that Drana because he has 10 power on board. Also probably should have swung some at the Gideon and just killed it. Got it done with. Okay. Alright. So he's got to pay 8 life to not die. Unless he's thinking about just taking the 7 here. So now this next turn I block with Drana. He's just taking the 7. Alright. That's good. So we're going to block with Drana. We can redeploy Drana. Keep beating him with these wild growth walkers and make my opponent sacrifice dudes. It's all good. This is going to work out. Gideon can be blocked by the 8-7 I have hiding over here in the corner. Alright. Gives it lifelink. He boosted it to a 6-6. So we probably just block the 6-6 and we take 10 here. Can't swing with Gideon, it'll just get blocked, but it is indestructible, or it prevents all combat damage. Alright, does go with the Gideon, that's fine. No reason not to. So we gotta block the 6, and we'll stick the 8 in front of this guy. Yeah. And we'll take 10. Go to 13. And then we'll take 10 and go to 3. He gets another 5-5. So we actually go to dead. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. So we're just going to push the button. I never saw a second Brain Maggot. I never saw a second Collected Company. So it's rough. But it happens with this. So we're just going to see what our opponent does. Alright. 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 That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 23, 25. That's 23 damage going through. So he needs to block more. Wouldn't say yeah. He needs to block more or he will end up paying for Adanto Vanguard and losing. That's very good. So I have 7, 9, 11, 13, 21 going through now. He does block the 8, so he's going to lose a 5/5. I'm going to gain 2 life. Maybe I don't die? Math is for blockers, gentlemen, and that's why we're showing this. Who needs to do math when you just click all attack? Unfortunately, I think my opponent's slowly figuring out how to not die, and we're probably going to lose on the crackback, but that's fine because this game was a lot of fun and really wanted to see how the deck ran without, I guess, a second copy of Collected Company or a second copy of Brain Maggot. He takes minimal damage. I lose both my Conclave Mentors. I gain 4 life. Puts me out of lethal range. 5, 10, 14. I'm at 17. Unfortunately, I have to put the Watley's Raptor into the Gideon, which doesn't feel very good. This is a turn that I can definitely swing with Drana. He's going to get another Angel, which is fine, but unfortunately he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to have to put 3 of them here. 4th one's going here. The 5th one I'm assuming is going on Drana if I don't draw anything better. He does have the Settle the Wreckage in his hand, so it's Collected Company and Brain Maggot are bust right now. 5, 10, 14. So we'll just put you here. Wait, was I dead there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he was 1 mana off because he played the Dauntless Bodyguard. There is a Collected Company. So let's see what we've got going on here. A Brain Maggot, please. Oh my god, it's a J-Light Ranger and a Seeker Squire. We're just going to keep going. We're going to keep digging until we find a Brain Maggot to get that Settle the Wreckage out of his hand. Oh my god, 3 lands? Wow. Unfortunately, lands aren't paying the bills. Who's this bodyguard? It's on Banalish Marshall. Next we go to combat. We're going to swing with the lesser of the Wild Growth Walkers. He's probably going to block with the Banalish Marshal and sacrifice the Dauntless Bodyguard, or he just blocks with the Dauntless Bodyguard, which is also okay. Actually, I think if we get the Gideon off the board, that might be okay too. He's probably more, he's going to block either way, so let's send the shot at Gideon. Which is really going to be rough here because he's going to have infinite chump blockers. That was not the card I wanted to see, by the way. It was indeed a Collected Company, but it was not indeed a Brain Maggot, which means they're probably sitting right here. If I know the game any better than anybody else. But we're going to put the stress test on this deck and really see how it goes. It's holding well. He's going to gain 5 more life. 5, 10, 15, 19. Nothing I can really do about it. So I'm guessing right now I probably just save 5 damage off my face. And take 14. Seems good. Both my Dranas are gone. They weren't getting through to my opponent anyways. The double black opener and not having any black mana was really rough. I really want to play Drana earlier. That's a Seeker Squire. That's going to keep us in the game at least. So it's 3, 6, 9 life I'm gaining back. 5, 9. So I take 15. I'll be at 1 next turn. Yeah, we've got to get to the answer. He's gonna make the dude. Block with the dude. Yeah, we're in a tough spot with that settle the wreckage. If I can get the settle the wreckage out of the way and just press all attack with these 4, we'll be in a good spot. Play a force because he knows we have it. So we're going to take 24 to the face and go to 1. Actually, no, we just go to dead because he pumps the Resplendent Angel. This was actually a really good game. It was super close. It came down to me not drawing a Brain Magnet and not seeing a Collected Company until many turns later. You fool. I was dead. You're trying to BM, and I was dead. Unfortunately, I didn't hit Explorers on these guys, so they're pretty useless, and all of his guys are flyers. I think he just saw that he had lethal, and he's not taking the opportunity to do it. So let's hit a J-Light Ranger and punish him for 1 more turn, just because we can. That's going to be a Seeker Squire. That's going to be 9 life. Not going to be enough. That's a great hand. It's going to go to the graveyard. We're going to say good game. And we're going to punch them all in the face. Doesn't matter, I just want to kill the Gideon. Opponent settles the wreckages. We're going to concede and not waste time here. I misplayed, opponent misplayed. Opponent had flyers, I didn't. Alright, much better start than last game. And we definitely have... You know what? I'm a dirty, dirty liar. That's double green. That's green-white. None of this is playable on its own. I'm not going to play an Oathsworn Knight or a Drana on turn 3 by itself. We're going to take the mulligan here. This is a much better looking hand. Despite the fact that we don't have anything early to do, we do have the Merfolk Branchwalker to dig and the J-Light Ranger to follow up, and a Collected Company. So this might be a little bit of a weaker start, but Oathsworn Knight is a bit better of a card than I think people give it credit for, so we're going to keep this and run with it. Unfortunately, we have to ditch a card. Oathsworn Knight's going to be the card we ditch. Luckily, because of the way the meta is for Historic and Standard, leading off with anything like a Temple Guardian tends to signify that we're in the Bant colors. He's going to be in Sultai. I'm okay with this. We're going to hit him with the ISO chap and let him know what's up and run out this Merfolk Branchwalker. Draw a land. That's horrible. That's fine. We got 2 more hits with J-Light Ranger, and then we can collect a company into every card we want to see and get off to killing our opponent before he can just turn 4 Nissa us. So here comes the counter spell, I'm assuming. So what do we want to get countered here? Probably the Conclave Mentor. So yeah, we're going to go to combat. We're going to hit him for 2. It's fine. We're probably going to play the Conclave Mentor and say pass turn. Let's go. So he has a kill spell. It's a growth spiral. I was wrong on 3 different levels. Here comes the Uro. No Uro. We're going to play a Sunpetal Grove, and we're just going to crack him for 4. He lets it go. We're going to pass turn. I don't want to fire off Collected Company into the face of a counterspell, so we're going to let him make the first move. He's already playing Growth Spiral, which probably means we've got a Nissa coming down this next turn. That's an Extinction event. He's going to call even. We're okay with that. That's 4 mana to get rid of 4 power. I'm totally fine. And now we get to this Collected Company in his face, and it feels really, really good, especially when we hit cards like Drana, Liberator, Malakir, and Wild Growth Walker. I really want to take the Brain Maggot, but this is the time that we want to put pressure on our opponents. Drana and Ranger are 3s. Wild Growth Walker is a 2. We got a J-Light Ranger. Into a Brain Maggot. We're going to leave that on top. Leave it on top. These get big. Those get big. Now, no matter what we do, things are going to stay around. Wild Growth Walker is going to be big. J-Light Ranger and Drana are going to get bigger. He gives up. So we did it, guys. We did it. There's our FNM at Home historic event rundown. I hope you guys like the deck. I really do. It's something I've been working on for a while. I'm very proud of it, and luckily I got to give it to you guys here first on the 10th Street channel. Our second rare is going to be a Gadwick. I don't know why I got this guy. I already have some of him, but because it was from the other set and not the Throne of Eldraine, Wizards of the Coast, please fix your program. I don't like getting multiple copies of same cards from separate sets and not being rewarded for it. That being said, guys, I'm PokePope. Thank you for tuning into the video, and we look forward to seeing you all next time.